It was about like my I think it was my sophomore year at high school. I was like, dude, like let's just go make a song real quick. Let's just go put something together. Made a song. All my teammates went crazy over it. It was like, like Josh, he raps a little, like there's nothing like something super crazy. But it wasn't until like my after my freshman year of college, I like literally started taking it serious. Like I had released some songs here and there. I guess you could say I got a little bit of clout in my hometown of Rock Hill, South Carolina. But like I was at college playing soccer, just I got really burnt out really quickly and just, man, like, do I see myself doing this? I see players that are better than myself. This is not where I really want to be. And I just kind of like honed in on my craft and I left, went to another university, just kind of focused more on like just the aspects of making like music and stuff like that.
Are you a Messi or Ronaldo?
Oh, dude, you're bringing so much controversy, man.
Or neither. I mean, unless you have someone, or neither, unless you have someone else.
No, it's one of them, man. Like, I'll say this, man. When I first started playing soccer, I was a huge Cristiano Ronaldo fan. Don't get me wrong, man. Same. I love him. He is the best athlete to ever play soccer that I've ever seen. Like, build, scoring ability, just pure athlete. He's the best athlete to ever play soccer, in my opinion. But I remember when I saw Messi, I think I was about like 8, 9 years old, and my teammate was like, dude, this guy's going to be the next guy. And I remember I watched a La Liga game. He scored 3 goals against Real Madrid at the age of 19. And I was like, man, this guy's like not too much older than me. And I was like, Messi's my favorite player. However, I do believe that Ronaldo is a better leader. He is a better like non-system player. He is a better striker. But when it comes to just pure, just like me being amazed by soccer, I choose Messi. But if it comes to athletics and just being like a powerhouse, Ronaldo. I get it.
But no, I feel that. Do you have any other like favorite players?
Since I was like, because I played mostly like left back, left wing. I played a little bit of striker. Thierry Henry for one, my favorite strikers. I loved him at Arsenal. I used to be a huge Arsenal fan. Right now, I like Trent Alexander-Arnold for Liverpool, the right back. Dude, Liverpool is just disgusting, man. I love those guys.
Yeah.
I'm not a soccer player if I don't throw Ronaldinho in there. So, like, I got to throw Ronaldinho. There's so many guys I could choose from, but I mean, I guess those 3 impacted me the most, like, outside of, like, the Messi, Ronaldo type breaker type thing, but yeah.
I feel that. I'm a big Dortmund fan, not gonna lie. It's kind of a random team, but
bro, when they had Klopp, man, they were like Royce coming out of there.
Oh, dude. Aubameyang, dude, they were chilling. They were chilling.
Bro, they were disgusting. People don't know, man. They don't know. They forget.
No, dude. I remember I had FIFA 15, and that was before like they changed because I think 16 was they changed the speed where it was actually somewhat normal. But 15, bro, if you had Aubameyang, if you had Aubameyang, if you had Lucas from PSG, if you had really Chamberlain, all like literally, you put him on the wing and you're gone. You're gone. It was so fun. So I would be Dortmund. I'd have Royce and Aubameyang, and I don't know how. I think I was just playing one time and I subbed him in because my guy got like a red card or something. But I don't really know, but his last name was Ramos, and I put him in at striker.
Dude, he was
he would win. He won every single head ball. He won every single head ball. I don't understand, but dude, that was the team.
Bro, that's how I know you were on FIFA 15, man. No joke. This kid was playing it.
Speed kills, bro. And I don't think I've bought in FIFA since FIFA 6. I think I got 16 and then I stopped. But damn. I've just been playing like COD and Fortnite and Rocket League. That's about the 3.
Dude, I try to get into those, man, but it's just like my brain just. Oh, well, it's because I suck at them. That's the only reason I don't play. Honestly, let's cut it, man. I'm trying. If I was good to play, honestly.
Yeah. So I kind of want to talk about just like some of your EPs just kind of over time and how like the different kind of how you've evolved as an artist. Because I know looking at, you have like Condo 8, and that was written down as hip hop rap, and then you have Suburban Pop Star was pop,
Yeah.
and you have Nostalgia, R&B, and soul, and then just alternative. So I'm just curious, kind of like that process of where you're sampling with different things, and how maybe is there one that's your favorite or something like that? I don't know.
No, dude, like this is honestly a phenomenal question to ask. I've never been asked this before, like in the way you asked it. So kudos to you for that one. Um, as for like when I look into the projects, you really stumped me with this, man. I was really not expecting a question like,
It's all
but
good.
I guess like when it comes to like my music style and stuff like that, um, I didn't grow up on a lot of like hip hop culture. So it's like to break it down in the best way possible, like when I initially started making music, or initially just started listening to music, my mom would play like a lot of like Sheryl Crow. So kind of country pop world, Natasha Bedingfield, Weezer's Good Charlotte, like more or less like punk rock bands. I mean, the people that were in like really like pushing me in my early years, like Coldplay, Fall Out Boy, All American Reject. I was really in that realm of just listening to more stuff that was not rap. It wasn't really until like middle school where I got my hands on Kid Cudi, and he kind of like changed my like mindset on what rap was. And then I dove in with like the Childish Gambinos, the Skizzy Mars, G-Eazy's and stuff like that. And that's where I think Drake, and I think that's where my early sound came from. Like I was rapping, and shout out to Condo 8, because Condo 8 was a really cool like experimental project. I think like especially early in my career, I think I was just looking for something, trying to find where I was. And I look at each project as like a stepping stone. No, not every single project's going to be a knock out of the park, and that was never my intention. It was more or less like the amount of times I could fail until I found myself. And I think right now the project I'm working on right now is a culmination of every single project I've done before. And it's just in a good place where I'm like, heck yeah, like we finally found it. And I feel like I look at projects like I look at life. Like if you don't fail multiple times, like you're never gonna really find yourself. And like if you look at sports, man, like you may play a team, even if you look at English Premier League soccer, you may play a team twice in a year and just get skunked out like Liverpool was doing this season. You're literally come in and just beat the brakes off them. When you find your team, get the chemistry together. And I think the last 4 years is really more about me, like finding out not only who I wanted to be in my personal life, but in my music realm, and finding a way to bridge everything together. So I had to dabble with everything to find that.
Yeah, no, yeah, and you may kind of answer it here, but when you first kind of started, maybe that first year, like where did you see yourself now? Is it different? Is there a certain type of artist or a type of music that you think you would have been doing, or is it kind of you're just kind of like you said, just kind of continuing to grow, not thinking too far?
No, that's a great question. The mindset I had then was completely different than what I would see in my mindset now. Like I literally saw myself as a just strictly rapper and just wanted to be the top dog, top rapper and everything and have that success. But now I'm looking at it, and I've had some like, and this is not to toot my own horn or anything like that, but I've definitely had some chances, talk to people within the industry throughout these last 4 years that have given me chances to be that. But it was like, for some reason, nothing came into fruition because I don't think it was the right time, and it wasn't in the right. Because I think about it, it's like, what if I would have gotten famous making a sound I never wanted to make my whole life, or I couldn't change that. I see so many artists nowadays that pop off for a certain sound, and that's not who they are, and they have to either stick to it and risk losing a whole fan base, or just not completely become who they're supposed to be. And that was the last thing I wanted. I'd rather experiment while I'm still like on the lower end of things. So if I do become exactly what I want to be, I'm making what's the truest to who I am as a
Say like
person.
the whole, I love that tour life or just the traveling to different places, like the good, the bad. Like, what was your experience with that?
Um, okay, this is actually really funny. So when the bad was when I was doing the opening for Felly, right? We did the North Carolina show first. I remember like we didn't get a sound check. got on stage in front of 400 people, did not know them, did not know me, and the sound wasn't working.
Oh God.
So I'm up there, acapella on my tracks, and these people are like, "Who is this guy? Like, get him out of here!" So, man.
Acapella. Oh.
But then the next night, man, we had another show, and we just ultimately just cranked it. Like whole crowd, whole energy was completely awesome. Everyone was going crazy. But that's kind of like how the tour life is, I guess. Like from what I've heard, not from like just past managers, but from everyone that I've like talked to and stuff. Like some nights are going to be phenomenal, some are going to be really high, and then some nights are just going to be really low. Like when I did my headline show at Whiskey River last September, I had about 200 people there. It was a great show. Everyone was there for me, and it was just like literally felt like it was going by so quickly. It was amazing, and I loved every single minute. But then I go to Gravedigger's Ball, where we're performing with Diplo. I don't get the same treatment and everything like that. No sound check. So you get up there and you don't know exactly. Shorten your set right 2 minutes before you get on stage, and it's like, you got to wing it, you know? And I think that's the thing that people don't think about artists is just the art of just kind of like winging it and really just kind of like having to just play into what's given at the time.
Dang. What do you think is your favorite song that you've created?
Oh, dude. Man. Dude, you're really out here, man, asking me these questions, dude. A lot of it, I'd say my favorite songs are the ones that are not released because, like, it's hard to choose out of the 6 to 7 new ones I have because they are just like when I tell you, if you've been a fan since the beginning, these are hitting everything. Like if you loved Remember, like we've got something for you on this. Condo 8, we've got something for you. Like I made sure that I tapped back into like what was working from the beginning and culminated it to where it was like, hey, we can push this while also keeping older elements. So, I mean, it's so hard to choose from my new ones, man.
You're kind of adding me right now, just saying.
Yeah, I know, man. I know.
Not gonna lie, because I have been listening for a long time, and I'll get to that in a sec, but I'll wait for your answer.
Yeah, man. Like, dang, dude. Out of the new ones, man, I think my favorite one, sheesh, okay, let me think. Because this is crazy, man. I don't have names for them yet. I call them, but like they're just like in my computer as like these weird names. But I think my favorite one is like That's How It Goes. Like honestly, it's the epitome of like where I'm at. It is like a deep, introspective, remember type song with like so many just really dope elements to it, man. Like yeah, honestly, it's my favorite song right now.
Oh, okay.
And then all by that, I probably put like Make Daddy Proud and like some other ones from the project that are just really like pulling from that 2016, 2017 and just better.
Pulling from the roots, man.
Dude, I have to.
There's a lot of songs that I've listened to from a while back that I got from like promoting sounds. Like I used to like, I'd say for the last like 6-7 years I've been listening to like promoting sounds, Swaggy Tracks, Music Daily, all those, and that's like where I started because I was I'd say like 8th grade, like going into high school. That's like I listen to I check it like every other day. Like okay, who's the next artist every time, and I remember they posted Remember, and I think that was one of like the first ones, and that was just like I love that song, and so it kind of grew from there. But there's a lot of songs that like I got from there that aren't even on Apple Music still, and some other places like Want It All.
Yeah.
Dude, I wrote some Nights Like This. The song Came From with Drake Chisholm. I don't know how you pronounce that.
Drake.
There's a couple more that I have because it's what I would do is I would do like that YouTube to converter crap, whatever, and I get it on my phone, right?
Yeah.
And now that when Apple Music came out, it was the option to take all that music I had and continue to do the YouTube converter stuff, which takes forever, or just get Apple Music. So I kind of lost all that. So like I can't play it. It still shows my iPhone, but like it's like I can't locate it. So I still have like all of them there. Unfortunately, I can't listen to them. But no, I just went out and listened to them earlier. But like Nights Like This, like the vibe on that one and all, dude. Like those, I still remember all those songs and all those lyrics, and it's a throwback. But
You know what? And that's so crazy you bring that up. I I'm gonna say this because I know a lot of artists get ticked. And this is not me. I'm not putting myself in this. A lot of artists get ticked when you like bring up old songs. They're like, you know, dude, I'm 3 years past that now. I'm 4 years past that. And I'm a lot different than that, you know? It's just like there are songs from certain artists till today that are like massive artists, you know, like I'm talking about Drake's, Lil Wayne's, I'm talking about Cuddy's, like where you hear that music and that certain sound in the time of life that you hear it, and it just impacts you for the rest of your life, no matter how far they progress or where they go from there. It doesn't matter. Like that is what you know them from, and that's okay. And that's the same way I am, and it's unfair for me to hold fans or people that support me to that standard. Like you should only mess with what I'm making now, because that's completely unfair. Like people age over time. 13-year-old you in 8th grade looking at music daily, promoting sounds, swaggy tracks is completely different than you 6-7 years down the line when you're in college. That's 7 years of music that's just coming out, that especially with the streaming world nowadays, I mean, you have access to everything. So I can't ask you to like everything I put out, and that's unfair. There's songs from Cuddy I don't like. There's songs from Drake I don't like, but I'm still a natural fan of them because I genuinely mess with who they are as people. And it's cool you brought that up, dude. I mess with you for that. Man's over here. It's like this one at all. What's up, dude?
Thank you guys for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll have links in the descriptions to this full episode, as well as the whole series called Discover the Undiscovered. We have other artists as well. Shout out Chris, shout out his manager Manny for setting everything up. Great dudes, love talking to them. Hit that notification bell or tune in next week to find the next video.
I've been ballin' since the jump.